Good afternoon to everyone. And first of all, it's a moment of vindication for me to see you and to be really in person, physically get onto the ground in Wageningen University. So I must first start thanking the university, Wageningen, particularly Kalyan, Ben, and many other colleagues. Please excuse me if I'm not naming you, because for believing in what I call our badness. And also the University of Saskatchewan and many others who are here. What are we here for and why? I think I'll put it like this, that we are not here to revisit our past, not to think what are we doing in the present, but in the future. Future is fun, but future is difficult. Why? Because we are here to think of future scenarios, contemplate options, look at the choices, possible choices. I'll put it even more difficult. Think of unknowns. Think of unknowables. And I underline that. There's something I'm bringing from Davos, for instance. And then match what is the matrix with risks and uncertainties. This is a difficult, Honorable Minister, sir. We have been almost now 24 hours that we are doing the talking, but very intensely. And I'm saying that we are already done with the half of the day, but I'm sure that much more exciting ones are to be there. How are we here? Conversation began for many of you who are connecting online and those of you who are in the room, they may not know. We first came with the former minister, Dr. Abdul Razak, with Professor Louis Fresco. And that's the time when she said, after listening for almost 45 minutes, that Mr. Minister, I think this is the time for transformation of Bangladesh agriculture. So some of us were struck. What does she mean? But everyone was cautioned, including Ivo, who is not in the room, but also Kalyan, that this is something really coming serious from the university. So mark her words. And then we had the first edition of this roundtable. And then early this year, I called up Kalyan and said that I think given what the journey, the path that we have crossed in the past 2 years with the university, Conclave, Floria Day, it's time that we really go to the next levels. And we were also encouraged by 3 specific projects that we have been undertaking with the university. We had fantastic conversations. We'll come back to that later with the university. Absolutely talking of actions and impacts, actions and impacts. So basically, underlining point is that not output, but outcome. I will bring another aspect of why we are here and what's the reason. It's not simply the world of academia we are looking at. We are also to look at the world of business, but also the world of NGOs. Why? NGOs, to my understanding, looking at the 3 big ones in Netherlands, Solidaridad, SNV, and Coordinate put together, they come in the middle. So basically, with these 3 communities, I look at in my 4 years that they connect eminently and wonderfully with the world of innovators, entrepreneurs, and the SMEs. Quite often, they do not feature our things. So we do not understand or we not desegregate them in terms of who are the ones, how to bring technology. I say that, Mr. Member, Mr. Book, that my understanding is very clear that Netherlands and Bangladesh, and also if I expand to now Canada, there is a significant mutuality of interest, not in mutual interest. What is the mutual of interest? Bangladesh needs, in order to transformation to go vertical, needs technology, innovation to test solutions. How to do that? And here you have not hundreds, you have thousands of the small-time innovators, if not entrepreneurs, but essentially in agri-tech. Some of them are in the room. I see constantly, some of them reach out to me and they say that we'd like to go, but I can see there's a gap. So essentially this enterprise is a shared enterprise, is in our shared interest. What is a shared interest? It is that we connect the Dutch side with the Bangladeshi side. The Bangladeshi entrepreneurs can't go vertical. Honorable Minister said about going the supply chain. How did it happen? We need the technology. We need the niche ones, not something sunset. And how, in order for that to materialize, we need them to get connected. So that's what I'm saying in mutuality of interest. And this is in that shared fits into that shared enterprise. So then in our journey, not 1st July, when Professor Shauke Hamidullah took her office, our first interaction was with our agriculture minister, and that's when she reiterated, yes, the university is in full conformity to advance it. Frankly speaking, that was still something we were jostling, that, okay, what does it mean? What would it mean? And I must underscore that as we come here, we come in a significant context and backdrop. I'll highlight 4 things which I was dot. Many may not realize that over the past, I would say 3 years now, sir, the Dutch Enterprise Agency, it's called RVO, they have conducted 8 market scans, market study on Bangladesh, and 7 of those are on directly on agribusiness or agri-tech. So idea is that what we are talking about. Last year, there was an agri-trade mission to Bangladesh. And the great news is that I just got confirmation that now the Development Cooperation Minister is planning to go to Bangladesh this July, again with another one, and where agriculture will come in a big way. And I think the topping comes with the 3 projects. And I think I should hold my words, not now, towards the end, that something really happened this morning with the university. So the 3 transformative projects are to move to the next levels. This is the context. This is the context in which we belabored for 3 months, hours of that. Ben and Kalyan are there, also Derek somewhere in the room, that which are the 4 big pillars that we'd see. So the 2 panels that you see, basically they are interconnected. The first 2 together and the later 2 together. I'd not name on that. So that's when we thought that those who are sitting on the fence somewhere out there in Netherlands, across other parts of the Europe even, thinking of going to Bangladesh, but not also possibly having Bangladesh in their radar, I think they should look at this. This conversation is simply not that for a one-off conversation. It's not like a typical conference or seminar. Everything that we do or what you'll be hearing, I know that there's something which I know I would love to see, something which might take us to a fantasy land 20, 30 years down. And we had a debate that is this right for Bangladesh? But that's the future. Future is fun, but future is something that would test our imagination. And sometimes we may get uncomfortable, but I think that here we have to talk of the uncomfortable things. Otherwise, there's no word future should not exist, frankly. I'll end with saying that at the end, with something very dear to me. I have got no background on agriculture, sir, but what I have been educated with is that there's something called smallholders, 70% of them. But I also submit to you, sir, something the Dutch told us during my time. 15 million, 15 million of Bangladesh population actually live in chores, riverine chores. We do not understand what is their agriculture for them. 10% of Bangladesh is wetland, Haur Bill, etc. We do not understand what is the intersection there. And lastly, that 70%, as we keep on saying, are our smallholders. I think there's a deeper interconnection. And I think in whatever we do, the big pieces, farm mechanization, it should not be egalitarian. It's all to fit in to serve them. Obviously, profit and prosperity has to match at the end. Thank you very much.